Yeah, drunken one will always join. Hey, Richard, welcome back to Maxwell Stairs late night BoozeBags hangouts. Yeah, we're going live. Oh fuck it! If you want to send him an invite, go ahead.
Well, if you would have give us a heads up. You went live and know we were live.
Oh, at least it wasn't. I had pants on this time.
That sounds like a good time to whip your beer out. I'm drinking a Chimay Bleu from like 2015. What's everybody else got?
Well, I'll if Rod's not ready, I've got myself a Whistler Black Tusk Chocolate Milk Ale, and it's getting ready for Dunkel season, so it's got a nice chocolate taste to it, and I can't wait for the winter Dunkel. That's gonna be my fave.
Very nice.
Well, from America, I'm going to be drinking a Sierra Nevada Celebration. Celebration, bitches.
Is that 2018?
Oh, yeah, of course. Come on, son. 2018, right there, the label on the neck, son.
Nice.
We're in celebration mode already. Still trying to get my Rick James down from Dave Chappelle, though. Celebration, bitches. Or was that Prince? Was that Prince? Or was that?
It was the Rick James, yeah. The Rick James.
Celebration, bitches.
Celebration, bitches. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. Oh, yeah. Late night. I don't think I've been on a late night booze show in a long time.
No, it has been a while, actually, and I do thank you for the invite. I mean, it's been a while since I sat down and talked with your interview. It took, what, 2.5 months for Rod to actually play a game of hockey with me? It's going to be because I've been busy. I'm not going to say it's been you actually have offered to play a game. It's because I've been busy, all right?
I think you're getting your confidence back up to finally come out and play me, but you got your little bit of revenge. I mean, you didn't win a series. You won one game. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah.
And late comeback, and apparently I'm the king of penalty shots, so.
Great, kid. Don't get penisy.
But you got the win, so I salute you, sir.
Thank you. Short-handed in overtime, too, I tell you. It was almost like not playing against the Maple Leafs. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Very advanced for being Canadian.
So what kind of stuff you have on the agenda tonight, sir?
Well, just shooting the shit, pretty much.
No, well, excellent.
Yeah.
So let's we can always talk Olympics. I mean, that's always a good thing to talk.
If you don't play any Olympic curling on in the background, it'd be great.
Yeah, you should get fought.
Olympics. I know that you're pretty upset that there's a bid going on for the Calgary Olympics.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Why are you upset about that, by the way?
Well, in all honesty, if you haven't watched my live thing from today, which was a 40-minute rant, it's become quite the shit show here. We're not going to lie here. The government has said that it should be yes, because this is an amazing opportunity. But when you throw out words like for every dollar you make, you get $10 back, red flags start to show up a little bit.
Wait a minute. You said for every dollar you make, you get 10 back? Or every dollar you spend, you get 10
every
back?
Every dollar you spend, or every dollar you give, sorry, you get $10
okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
It's $11 making it.
One way or another, it's still a shady fucking deal. I don't know. Like, as much as I would love to see the Olympics here, just the way they're handling it right now is pretty much. It's almost like watching Trump try to flounder without his aides around him. So,
being in America, let me do the Trump jokes, okay?
Okay, sorry, my bad.
We'll just point to you and say, okay, Hey, how's that rain, by the way? You know?
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of rain, please.
Yeah. However, we got started into politics way too early today. So
well, keep in mind, I started out with the 25.9 ounce of the Dogfish Head Red and White, which is a 10% ABV, and now I'm on the Celebration, which is like, I think, around 8 or something. So
You're hitting it hard, Rob.
Yeah, so I get to politics rather quickly.
Well, see, I'm going from. Well, what was I drinking when I was? Oh yeah, I was having that milkshake IPA. That was only 5%. And then I had this chocolate test, and I'm going to be going harder with it. They're called the Leviathan. It doesn't even have a label on it.
That's somebody's van. It's the same van where they give out candy to kids.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, apparently they weren't allowed putting the label on it because they're putting it. Spoilers for anyone in Alberta. They're putting it into the Alberta Advent calendar. So this is one of the days.
Oh,
so
well, you have to be a ruin it for everybody.
Yep, I know. I'm such an asshole that way.
We've all got talents.
Yes, we do.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of great responsibility, have you seen someone's back in the YouTube game?
Dave?
No.
Who?
No, Jordan.
Oh God!
Did he leave the game for a bit?
Bad.
He did.
You mean get kicked off of YouTube, Beth?
No, he actually stayed on.
No wonder my last video got so many dislikes. It's all the good that counts.
He's changed his name too.
Oh, what's it now? So we know who to ban.
It's
frog.
Oh yeah.
Frogman?
You know, it's now Boss Booze or Beer Reviews.
Boss Beer Reviews.
Yeah, it's B0SS.
Yeah, he's definitely a zero.
So somebody's going to search that way to find out about beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm the master of SEO. I'm just saying. There's some ways you want to label your thing where people can find you.
I do actually. I want to give a congratulations out to one of our other fans out there. He's found his niche, and I really appreciate he's found his niche. Chris Peters.
Is he still doing the beer, or is he doing something different?
He's doing metal reviews.
Oh, well, at least he's not bothering the rest of us then.
And he's got over 1,000 subscribers.
Does he really? Well, good for him. He loves metal. He was doing metal stuff before, I thought. So.
Yep. I want to give a sincere thank you, like shout out to him because he's found his niche. Good for him. Like
you know, I always thought I never had any issue with him. I thought he was always like a nice guy. I know some people have run-ins with him, but I don't know. I'm kind of a laid-back kind of person anyway.
Yeah, you are. You still play hockey against me.
Yeah. I got time for everybody.
Yeah. No, I sincerely I congratulate him on 1,000 subscribers, and like he's found his little niche. I still won't personally watch his stuff because I've watched a couple of his things, and it's come down to basically him saying some stuff and then bitching others out because they had an opinion or they wanted to say something. But that's his niche. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh, it's all about finding your mark for sure.
Oh, he found it. He definitely found it. Oh, excuse me. So I don't know what's going on in your world there, Nick. Anything good? Anything interesting?
I don't know. Been goofing around this last weekend with building us a couple like old retro kind of computers. Just picking up some old computer parts that I have and putting it together and see if I can play out some old games.
So what system?
That's what I thought was burning here a few minutes ago.
What system are you putting together now?
It's a computer with an old Athlon 64 dual core and a Radeon HD 4850 video card, 512 meg video card. Just parts I had lying around. Trying to play. I loaded on the original Far Cry on it, trying to get the 64-bit version of Far Cry to work, and also the original Halo for PC.
Oh, nice. Well, that's old school, but that's not old school. I mean, I'm talking about that's not like Commodore 64 old school.
No, not that old.
Track and field battles and stuff.
I do have that stuff, but I mean, it's all packed away in boxes.
Oh God! Track and field. Thanks. I really needed that.
Back in the day, that was my joint. I was the man back then. I was like, I used to love some track and field. Although at the arcade, it was even more crazy. Like I never got to the point like some guys where they had like pencil rubber band together so they could hit the buttons faster. I felt like that was like enhancing. That's like some type of cheating of the game itself, you know. But people would do that. But it got serious. I mean, it got serious.
I would love to say that I never did that for the PS1 where they had the track and field games for that, and you flick the lighter back and forth to run. I never say I've never done that.
You like to say that.
Yeah. What can I say? All right.
Eating a track and field on Nintendo was a friend of mine growing up had figured it out that he could sit on a couch and then do hit the buttons on the track and field on the power pad faster, doing that way. Just like,
yeah.
Not very impressive using the rubber band trick on the arcade version, but still, I was like, come on, you're not even standing up. That's cheating. And of course,
people had different techniques for sure. But here's a question. So, I mean, I'm older than you two, but we're kind of still in that same kind of grouping of stuff on age. So back in the arcade, what was your favorite arcade game that you used to play? The stand-up arcade game.
Ooh. Here's one for you. Cyberball 2078.
I don't remember that one.
Haha.
What was that one about?
It was a football one.
I love Marble Madness.
That was a fun one too.
I remember that one.
I liked the original Galaga whenever I used to find it. Of course, I mean that was slightly before my time.
Yeah.
Operation Wolf, you remember that?
Spy Hunter.
Yeah.
Spy Hunter.
You know.
That was the one where like you had the car or something, you could shoot cars in front of you, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Spy Hunter was like the first one I remember being able to sit down in the arcade in the game. You know what I mean? So you were actually sitting down driving the car, which was pretty cool. Some of the pole positions had it, but Spy Hunter was like a little more intriguing, I thought.
Sega's Outrun. That's the one I'm thinking of. That one was awesome. I never finished the race on it.
Right up there with pole position.
Pole position was classic. That was
playing it, but
somebody else brought up pole position the other day, and I was like, that brought back memories of us. We used to have it in one of our local pizzerias in New Jersey, so that brought back memories of us just like having slices of pepperoni pizza and playing that game.
How about one of the original wrestling games? We're talking like I went down the States one year with my grandparents. I found TWA Wrestling.
Ooh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was fun to play and hard as hell.
Exevius, the bowling alley that I used to do, bowling league at, had an Exevius game in the hall in the front hallway. And I remember between turns, I used to go out there and play a game. Usually, I'd have to give up because it was my turn. I mean, I had that game for the Atari, so it was kind of fun. It's like, oh, I see it in the arcade, and I thought it was kind of fun to play.
Yeah,
because the Atari version, well, it was fairly accurate, but it sucked in comparison.
Well, the Atari could only go so far, it was kind of limited there.
Yeah. So, oh God, Eric is actually saying that his stout that he's having is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I see that out there. And cheers, Eric. By
Eric Gilbert. Yeah, right. I saw him in the chat. Let me bring it up.
Yeah, sorry, I just served.
He's drinking the Spencer Stout. That's actually sounds interesting. Like the beers from that Trappist Brewery in Michigan, or not Michigan, Massachusetts.
Oh right, there is a Trappist one out there, isn't there?
The only American Trappist brewery. And you know what? He apparently Ontario, the LCBO has got this gift pack with is it 3 or 4 beers and a glass from Spencer. I'm just outright jealous because they're closer to me than they are to Ontario, and yet you guys get the gift pack for that. But I had one beer from them, but love to try more.
I actually dropped, I think it was $20 for a beer. And I've been waiting for this for a very long time, and I finally dropped some money for it. Because I had someone that messaged me, he's like, I've got this beer. Do you want it? I was like, fuck yes. I have got my hands on a Westie 12 now.
Nice.
Nice.
So
I think as far as like the size of the bottle of beer, that's the most expensive beer I'd ever bought. I paid $20 for a bottle, a 355 bottle of that one, in 2012.
yeah, and it's still $20 now. But this was actually transported from Europe to here. So,
but yeah, like when I got it, it was just because it was in like the 6-pack with a glass that has like a brick.
I remember that. I remember.
Now, usually it's a brewery exclusive where you have to go there. So you got somebody to get you one for
$20.
That's not bad. I'd do that. I'd do that again. I'd love to try it again.
I've never had it. My old co-host had it once, and I'm like, okay, we got to do a video. We got to do this now. He's like, okay, fine, we can do this. I'm like, fine. I went over. I'm like, so when we're gonna do the West? He goes, oh, I'm sorry, man. I got really drunk and I had it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I got really drunk and I had it.
Well, you've ever had? I guess the beer I could explain like the most like is like St. Bernardus 12. You ever had that?
Yeah, that's another one that's supposed to be really good.
That, except for much more effervescent and much more beautiful. It's just.
I just about had that at a friend's place. When I did one of my videos, he had it out. I'm like, oh, we can have this one. I'm like, well, I like this one. Let's try this one. And then I brought my own beers, so we had those as well. And then he got me to try the middle end of what he was making, and I don't remember much after that for a couple of hours. So,
but you like Belgian dark ales, right?
I do, yes.
Yeah. You're definitely gonna love Westie 12 when it gets there.
I'm hoping. Well, I've already got it in my hands.
No.
I'm letting it age a couple months.
All right. Yeah, it's best to put like maybe a year on it. But I wouldn't wait too long. Like I drank mine at 4 years old, and I should not have. Like I had one a buddy of mine had bought back in 2013. Like it was a 2012 bottle, the same year that they did those bricks. We reviewed it in the early 2013. It was a year old. It was beautiful then, but I had my second bottle of it for my review 1000 on my channel, and it was a little oxidized. So I would think like 2 or 3 years would be the max you'd want to put on it.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to wait for about 2 to 3 months because I can't wait that long for this beer, really. Like,
yeah, I think it'd be fine. The sooner the better. It's not something I would wait a huge amount of time for.
But usually, what's the ABV on it? It's usually a Belgian dark ale. You can go for years on it.
I think this is about a 12, isn't it?
So I wonder, how you store it and stuff
too. Isn't it 11.2?
I think so. Sorry. Now, yeah, everyone's searching right now. Let's see who gets it first.
Hear all the keyboards going.
10.2%.
10.2.
Yeah.
I said 11.2. I was close.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's got full 100s across the board too.
Oh, and yeah, it's routinely it's routinely commonly thought of as one of the best beers in the world. So
yeah, I when the guy messaged me, he's like, I got a line on this. Do you want it? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
There is so much yes right now.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, hang on a second. Was it 20? No, it was actually $30.
You got yours? Was yours actually labeled with West Fluttering 12 on the side, or did you get it just a straight brown bottle?
Straight brown bottle.
Nice, because that's the way they normally come from the brewery. Like that. When I had it, it said West Fluttering 12 on the side of the bottle because that's how they came in the gift pack.
Yeah. No, it's a straight brown bottle, and it's got the Westie cap on it. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's oh god, I was like, oh, I need to have this just as much as I needed to have Twin Sales Brewing today.
So I'm on Twitter, and I saw that Craig over at Camp Beer Reviews is about to do his 1,000th review.
Oh yeah, I think you was saying something about that on Wednesday night.
He says something special coming, but he has the logo of Nagni there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah, he's got something Nongyo, what do we call it?
I'm gonna call it Dark Horizon 5. He's got.
But
Okay.
it's like I look at him like it's almost like that Game of Thrones type thing or something. It's like, oh, what has he got? What is? And although I've never watched really Game of Thrones, I know the hype around it. It's kind of like.
You ever watched Game of Thrones?
My wife does. Like she watches it. I just never got into it. It's a timing thing. I think at the time when it first came out, I was watching like Sunday Night Football. Didn't really want to get into it as much. She's like, it's got everything you would want in the show. It's got the violence. It's got the sex. It's got all this other stuff. And it's like, I just didn't have time.
Yeah, it's an amazing series. It took me a long time to get into the series itself until a friend of mine, like it was like right around the same time I had lost my job, and a friend of mine had told me about, like, it literally put the first 4 seasons on a flash drive and gave it to me. He's like, here, watch this. Made me watch the first 3 episodes of the series, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching this. And really, the first season is slow. But as soon as you start getting into it, you're like, oh my god, things keep getting more and more fucked up.
Mm-hmm. That's true. My wife stopped watching it after the 2nd episode of the 1st season because of what they did to the direwolf.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, but it's off screen. She goes, I don't want to watch anymore because of what they did. I'm like, oh god. So it took her 4 years to come back to it, and when we did, we went all out and watched the 6 seasons. We're like, all right, we're done now.
She probably didn't like the episode where they was it Brandon Stark? No, not Brandon Stark. What's his name? The kid, the youngest one. Not the youngest one.
Oh god, I can't remember names. I just know faces. Okay. That's where it becomes. It's like faces now, just not names.
Yeah, but like the one where they slice the dog's head off.
Yep.
They don't actually show that on screen. But I just she probably didn't like that episode.
She powered through it. I was very impressed with her. She powered through it. So,
well, I did a personality test, and apparently my personality is like the I don't want to say little person, dwarf, midget,
Tyrone.
Which I have seen episodes where he's been on it. He's kind of like a dick, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I would be like kind of like that.
The first season, but he's one of the best characters in the show in the later seasons.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Honestly, if you can get past all the unpolitically correct stuff that's in there, you can get through. Seriously, now it's just like on PC. You know, you can pretty much power through the whole series if you just don't worry about how bad it could possibly be. So.
Yeah. I may pick it up. Apparently, I have time to catch up on the season because I think the next one isn't next summer or something next year.
April is the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Yeah. Although his new series is about to start on Sci-Fi, people are talking about that Fire something, but they're putting all the episodes out at one time on Sci-Fi. Like Netflix, you could binge the whole show, George R. Martin or whatever.
The whole season goes live at once.
It's supposed to be like a haunted spaceship or whatever.
Ooh, I've not heard this.
You haven't heard about that show yet? Oh yeah.
No.
See if I can see what it's called.
Well, check this out.
Is it George R. Martin?
Yeah. George R. Martin's the author of Game of Thrones.
I don't know if I put the trailer on my Facebook page. I like putting trailers out on stuff when I see stuff, but
it's called both.
It's called Night Flyers. So if you haven't seen the trailer for Night Flyers, you can check it out.
Damn you!
But they're all coming out like December 2nd or something. They're gonna put all the episodes out on one Friday, and you'll be able to binge it like Netflix.
Looks like a futuristic sci-fi made by George R. Martin.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna be pretty fucking good. Oh, it's on Netflix.
That's a different one, man. Because Night Flyers is on Sci-Fi.
Yeah, but up in Canada, we're special.
UK
you are special people in
has
Canada.
Night Flyers on Netflix.
Yeah, we got Night Flares on Netflix here.
Do we really? I'm gonna take a look at our Netflix.
Dude, Night Flyers on Netflix? Well, that's awesome. But you'll be without commercials.
Uh-huh.
Has it started yet, or is it set for December as well?
December 2nd, 2018.
That's it. Like they're all coming out at one time. So
Okay, I'm gonna have to really watch for this.
you know what else is coming back in December?
Right.
I don't know if you ever watched Luther, but Luther's coming back for a miniseries there.
I'm waiting for Lucifer. That's what I want coming back on Netflix.
The Fox show?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I never seen it.
Netflix. Sorry.
Yeah, Netflix picked up Lucifer.
I never watched that one. Although I watched it Gifted, I never went into watching Lucifer afterward.
Lucifer is amazing. I just the way he does the actual devil on Earth is phenomenal. He's such a dick, but at the same point in time, he wants to become human or have human qualities. It's quite interesting the way it's spun. That, and it was filmed in Vancouver for the first little bit, so that didn't hurt it either. So
seems like you got a little bit of Rolling Stones going on there, a little sympathy for the devil.
a little bit. Yeah, I can do that. There we go.
Eric Gilbert did say that Westy is amazing, and he says booze, games, deep thoughts. Never had it. He said LCBO sells Westy through the website, and St. Bernardus is the best dark in his book.
Yeah, St. Bernardus is pretty fucking close. And you know what? St. Bernardus actually has a tie-in with the history of what are you drinking there?
This is Leviathan.
That looks nice.
So this is a Russian Imperial Stout coming in at 8.5% from New Level Brewing. And New Level Brewing is amazing out here.
Where are they from? Like, well, obviously from out there, but I mean, they like Alberta somewhere.
They're Calgary.
Calgary, nice.
Yep. Oh yeah, they actually have Metal Thursdays. I'm like, all right, or Thrash Thursdays, that's what they call it. So I went out last Thursday. I'm like, walk in, they're playing Megadeth and Slayer. I'm like,
what part of the city?
Speaking of metal, they're about to have Ozzy's retirement tour here in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
And he has Megadeth opening for him.
Mm-hmm. And Iron Maiden had just announced their tour that they're coming through North America. Oh, that's
what part of Calgary did you say they were in?
The south. I'm trying to remember McLeod. I'm gonna say southwest.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there very often when I was there. Anyway, cool.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of so basically, so you know where Chinook's Mall is.
Yeah, I used to work across the street from it.
Okay, so you go down, and you know where those hot tub places were on 1A Street. So you go down 61st, or you go down 50.
12 years since I've been there.
Yeah, okay, it's been a while. Okay, you know where the Speakeasy used to be?
The Speakeasy.
Some back alley place here. What's going on?
I don't really define Calgary in terms of where the speakeasies are.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, you haven't lived.
Yeah.
You have a secret knock to get into that place or what?
Actually, they closed most of the
prohibition and shit.
The fat man rolls west. Let me in.
Oh God. Here, I'll throw a link of what New Level Brewing is in the chat there.
Yeah.
Don't judge it by the picture of the brewers.
So what made you change the name of your channel, Dan?
I want to try and stray a little bit from drinking a lot of beer. I want to try and do some other stuff. Like gaming has been something that I really enjoy, and I don't want to start a new channel because you only get so much you can do on YouTube. So if I use my channel that I have with enough viewers, I can do the gaming as well. And I want to start looking at other things. One thing I've got like a bunch of Tesco products that I found at my Save On Foods. So I want to do Canadian Eats Tesco products type thing. But I want to try and get a little bit. I want to venture out a little bit more.
Gotcha.
There's. I mean, you guys have got this sweet deal where you actually have these people show up. My channel leveled off a year and a half ago, and it's been that way for a bit.
I think I've had some leveling off too. It's kind of in spurts, whatever. Just recently, I started getting more subscribers, but I'm still trying to get that magic 1,000 number. So I don't know. I do some stuff with the whiskey reviews once in a while too, and but yeah, I see what you're saying there. Definitely want to branch out if you can.
Yeah, and it's a good idea because I mean I've been doing this for BeerTube for 7.5 years now, and really I only get like 100 subscribers every year, if that. Yeah. It's ridiculous. There's really no money in BeerTube unless you're doing it a lot or doing the jump cuts thing. And really the only people with over 1,000 viewers in Canada I've seen is like Lee or Chad or that beer. There's another channel out there that's
Malted in Montreal, and
Montreal does whiskey stuff, and whiskey's more popular than beer.
Yep.
But, I mean, there's really no money in beer. You're talking about doing that much work just for 1,000 subscribers. But when you look over like gaming and other stuff, and or BuzzFeed or something, they get millions. It's just.
I think there's money, but it's not money like how you would think of it being money. It's kind of like, the beverage cooler that New Air sent me. That was a $250 cooler they sent me to talk about just to try, and it's in my basement. So it's like I didn't get cash in hand, but I got something worth a good amount of money. You know what I mean? And
there you go.
Some of the companies that sent beer saved me from having to go out and buy beer at some points.
It's true, and don't get me wrong. I like having some companies going, here, we can give you this product if you show up on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere else. Like my Instagram is getting more followers because of the pictures I take, and that's fine.
Right.
And I mean, YouTube is just, I want to be more on YouTube, and I don't mind it, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, I love doing my beer reviews, and I'm not going to stop doing them, but I want to try and do more with my channel because I'm not, as we all know, we're not young pups anymore, and you got these people that are young pups getting these fucking $1 million subscribers and everything, and it's just insane. I had one of my friends here in Calgary. He caught the perfect, and I want to call it the perfect wave on YouTube. He actually went to a mall here in Calgary where it is an abandoned mall, has not had anything in it, and he's now got 450,000 views on his video alone.
I saw him. That was a Ghost Mall one that he did. Yeah.
Oh, is this that mall that's up in the Northeast or something? That new one?
That's the one.
Oh, hardly anything in there.
Yeah,
I watched that video. It's nuts. It is. There's like one store in it.
And the guy that did it, I know him. Like we've sat down and we chat. The guy does photography for concerts. Like he's an amazing guy, and he just caught the perfect wave on YouTube for this.
Yeah.
So you got to branch out. You can't do just the one thing. I mean, some people out there, it depends on what you're doing or what your passion is, can do a lot of the same thing and they get a lot of subscribers. Like looking at all the tech tube channels, they get lots of views and they do basically all just one thing. But with us, there's no money in just doing the beer. It's not that the beer isn't interesting. It's not that popular.
Well, I think it's too. I mean, part of it is how you tag it and stuff like that, and you do SEO type stuff and everything like that, to draw it so that you're in the algorithms for YouTube and everything too. But I've also seen more and more beer tubers start to emerge. So kind of like the craft beer field, there's a lot of other people coming out, and so you're all vying for the attention of people. But if you don't have anything to make you stand out, it's kind of like, why would I want to go from this channel to this channel to this channel? I might just stop at this first one here. So you have to kind of build. I think that comes over time for that to actually happen. And
also, if you disagree with what the person says, because usually, like when I first started doing BeerTube, it would be because like I'd be drinking one beer, and then I'd be curious to see what other people think of that beer. So if it not only is it about that specific beer people drinking who are familiar with it, are these beers I can get? Okay, I'll watch reviews on beers I can get. Or in this case, like if I hated Trois Pistoles, which I don't, I love this beer. But if I say I hated it, but I'm being honest about my opinion, it doesn't matter. If somebody comes in on the channel and sees like, oh, this guy hates it, no, I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, no. It's true.
Yeah, but people appreciate the honesty of it though too. So
yes and no. I mean, like I've talked with a couple of my guys. Like there's one channel, the Fermentation Project. These guys, they're really good in promoting beers. I'm going to put it down as promoting beers because they don't say really bad things about beers. They can hate the beer, but on video they can actually really like it and sort of promote it that way. I can't do that.
Reviewers, they're promoters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Influencers. Pardon me.
No charge.
Yeah.
SOD.
Yeah. I swear I didn't get any on myself. Anyways, but it's one of those things like these guys, that's what they do, and that's fine. For me, I can't do that. I've tried, and I've tried to spin it in a way that I really I like this beer, but it may not be for everybody type thing. I don't mind that. Like my last review I did, I was honest about it, and I'm like, I don't like this beer. You tell me it's a white chocolate stout. I have zero stout flavor whatsoever in this fucking beer. How could you call it a stout? It's one like that. Like I have to just be honest. So I'm branching out. And speaking of which, I am not doing my 24 drunken days of December this year.
Yeah, I saw your post on that.
I'm actually going to be doing a dry December.
I just want to go back to your last topic there when doing beer reviews that are like opinions that are unpopular. Well, a long time ago, I did a review on Maine Brewing's Zoe, which is an amber ale, but it's a hoppy amber ale. And I was honest, like I felt like you're just taking the amber style and making it hoppy. And somehow that's supposed to be better. No, it's off the style. It's something else. But I was honest about my opinion in the review. But it ended up turning out to be one of my most unpopular beer reviews because the people who are drinking that beer love that beer, and I get that. But I give a low rating because it's not an amber.
Did you get a lot of thumbs downs on it?
Yes, I did.
Really? Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did anyway. I haven't looked at it in years. I remember getting bad feedback on it when I posted it.
See, I've been honest on reviews, and I've actually had brewers tell me they appreciated being honest. They're like, you're not going to like every beer you have out there. So at the end of the day, you're honest about it, and we can appreciate that as well. And
it's true. And I mean, like, I've actually had brewers tell me not to quit my day job, and they had a bad day, and that's why they told me that. And right now, the same brewers, not to name any names, are trying to do a crowdfunding so that they can open up their brewery in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Part of me would love to support them, but after being told this, it's like, you know what? Fuck you, you're on your own.
Well, that's the other part of it, right? It's the way you communicate, too. So it's kind of like, you know, if there's beers I have and they're not like great, and, you know, I tell them it doesn't work for me. I don't feel like this. I have one that I'm going to upload here at some point. It's like, it's supposed to be an Imperial Wit. This is one from Dogfish Head, but it feels more like a Saison. You know, and that's just the way it comes across. Still a smooth beer, but it's not really what it's pictured in my mind that it should be. And, you know, you put the details out there. You go, I mean, like I said, I've talked with brewers in person about it, and they said they appreciate that and everything. And, you know, and they're like, well, try this one and see if you like this one. And it's a way you have that communication with them. But I think, you know, I've been told from people that watch the channel, they appreciate the honesty. So I've gotten positive feedback from being honest.
Things about this when you like, even though you don't get a huge amount of viewership on BeerTube, you do get a lot of the breweries actually watching this because they are curious what people think about their beers. Yeah. And it's weird because it's also manifested itself. Like if I go to a beer festival, not so much anymore because I've kind of scaled back on the beer reviews over the last few years. But when I was really big into doing it, I'd go to a beer festival and people would know who I was. And it was weird because I have no idea who these are. And yet everybody's looking at me. Like,
which is also pretty cool when it happens, you know, people recognize you. So, I mean,
they're like nodding and smiling at me. I say, "Hey man, how you doing?"
so
I'm great. Who the fuck are you?
I still think the funniest thing for me is when I was, and I don't know if I told you, Nick, before what happened. We were talking about on one of the shows one time, but when I was ordering a sub at Subway, that somebody recognized me. They're asking me what beers I was reviewing next. And I kind of turned around like, you watch my channel? Like, I'm trying to order a footlong up here. You're asking me questions about
Yeah. I totally know that. You turn around going, you actually watch my channel? Like,
the most awkward one that I ever had, and I feel sorry for the guy who came up and talked to me, because otherwise I would have really appreciated talking to somebody like this. But it was when I was between jobs a few years ago. This is like 5 years ago. And a guy came up to me talking about my channel, about beer, when my dad was in the middle of buying me groceries. And this is how bad things were back in 2012. So it was just weird, awkward that he was I was like, yeah, that's great, man. Thanks for the feedback of the channel. I'm like trying to avoid him the rest of the time I'm in the store. And I don't want to make the guy feel that way. And I feel bad for it, but the whole thing was just like, I don't want my dad to know this.
Yeah. Really, Dad, I'm not spending the money you're sending me on beer. Honestly. Fuck off.
Like, no. And then you know what the weirdest part was is that a year after that, I ended up working with the guy, and not in the same department, but at the same workplace. And I'd walk by him, and he'd be kind of snotty, like look at me, and then walk away. I'm like, oh fuck.
I ruined that relationship.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I mean,
that's the most awkward thing I remember in my entire career.
You know, it's
hanging out with Greg.
Ooh, shots fired! Shots fired!
Oh, he can't defend himself. I'm pretty sure he would try, but he would fail miserably because he's Greg.
Well, it's kind of a funny thing that you mentioned it like that, because it's almost like sometimes when you're doing a beer reviews, it's like, when do you want to fully go public on a lot of stuff? Because, you know, we have other day jobs we actually do or whatever. So it's kind of like, we got this side hobby doing this. We don't want anybody thinking like your real job, you know, oh, they're like an alcoholic or they're drinking all the time, which really for beer reviewers, we don't even drink as much as people actually think we do drink. I mean,
exactly.
That's why I love my job, okay? I work in a field that basically people get high in.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much stress there is in IT, nobody really realizes.
Well, there's that, but I also, so my new job is actually working for a medical marijuana place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Are you doing IT support for it, or are you doing?
I'm doing IT support for it.
Nice.
Is there a friend's discount here?
So I mean, like one of my old boss who recently got let go, and I'm really sorry that she did. Was like, I'm sitting there going, you know, I've had a stressful day. I just want to go down to the pub nearby and have a beer. She goes, why not? I'm like, what do you mean, why not? She goes, 3/4 of these people are fucking high right now. Why can't you have a beer? I'm like, well, since you put it that way.
Why can't I have a beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta be functional to actually support your customers properly. It's just like where I work. I'm not telling everybody where I work because we're live, but where I work, I work right like a floor above where there's a pub the pub down under. That's what they call it. It's just like underneath. There's like a parking garage underneath the building, and the pub is right there. Nice little quaint little pub, but I'll go down there for lunch every once in a while. But I never buy a beer in there because I'm not allowed to drink on the job, obviously. So
zero tolerance.
Yeah. Though they've been carrying a nice little lineup of craft beers. They've been carrying a lot of Picaroons products lately, and it's just No, I'm not. I'm not going. And you know what? I don't even have any interest in going down. I see what they have on tap, and I'm like, that's cool. But no, there are people. I've even had people call me an alcoholic before. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not. And you know what? You try to defend yourself, and you say like, oh, I can give it up anytime I want. And I'm like, no, it's not even like that. I drink 2 nights a week.
Yeah.
For me, I have a beer a night, and I mean that's when I'm going dry for this whole dry December. I'm gonna admit it's not gonna be easy because I'm doing it in a period of the year where all of us have a amazing time with beers.
Yeah, I mean, you could have chose February, but you didn't, right? So yeah.
And that was the thing is like so basically I've got a couple of advent calendars that I'm going to be doing that doesn't involve booze. And I'm going to be doing it from November 21st to December 21st because on December 21st I am flying out to Victoria and I'm not going to be fucking dry on that one. I'm going to be drinking my face off.
Yeah, when you're, especially if you're spending time with family, you're no.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. Like, it actually, you know what? That's actually a really great idea. What are you doing, like for an advent calendar, like a candy or?
I haven't spoiled it yet, and I still haven't.
All right, it's all right.
I'm going to. I was actually going to film it. But if people really want to know, it's going to be 2 advent calendars. One's going to be the Lego Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
And the other one's going to be David's tea.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep. So I mean,
they're all different types of tea.
Yep. It is
cool.
That's pretty cool. What's different?
Yeah. And to spoil this further, it's actually going to be a charity event.
Cool.
Because of the fact that what's happened in my family recently, I'm actually going to be I don't know if I'm really going to be doing this or not. I've been humming and hawing over it. I'm actually going to be putting up a GoFundMe for my parents. Where a portion of the proceeds will be going to the BC Cancer Foundation, and the other proceeds will be going to my parents, where I deliver it to them on Christmas Day. I know my parents won't be watching this, so I can spoil it here.
Right? They might be watching Nick. You don't know.
Yeah. If they do, my dad really needs to get anyways, yeah. As Nick runs away. Oh my God! I've just chased Nick away. Look at that.
But in talking about it, like we all did that way back when, like the whole taste and niche thing, and that's when you saw a lot of people like we don't even drink that much as far as like beer tubers. But it's funny because I brought up like in a day job that I do because I'm in the financial area. It's kind of like how much do you want to let out there? You're doing these reviews and stuff because it is the financial world. And then they asked us basically to come in and do like a lunch and learn about beer. And it was like, wait a second, you want to do a lunch and learn about beer? And they're like, yes. And they're like, and like bring in beer. They're like, yes. And let the employees sample beer. And they're like, yes. Wait a second, am I getting fired for this if I do? Like, kind of like, they're like, no, we want to do it. We got an HR approval and all that stuff. So we brought in like 12 pack of different beers and we passed it around so people can sample, know how to learn about beer and all that stuff. And then they asked to come back again in December to do another one. And I'm like, wait, this is like something unheard of. Like years ago, they would have never let us bring in these beers into the financial services type area. I mean, my degree is in marketing. I see a lot of marketing firms where they have beer vending machines and they have different things like that, but not in the financial service industry. So it's just interesting. It's kind of like, well, if the company already knows, I mean, I guess I can be a little bit more out of it. I share a little bit more like on LinkedIn or different areas like that and everything. But it's kind of like, you wonder how much people would think about it, you having that type of hobby.
It's true. And I mean, I've actually shared my hobby with people and it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been afraid that people will say, they go, you're an alcoholic. I'm like, no, I enjoy a beer a night. What the fuck's your problem? Right. So it's
and a doctor will tell you, 1 or 2 a day for a guy, 1 for a woman or whatever is actually good. The same way with wine, as far as having that influence, it really does relax you. So it's not even a bad thing along those lines.
No,
but the stigmatism is out there still. So
it is, and I feel for those people that feel that stigmatism, and I mean, right now I've had more beers than I should have for one day, but it's a long weekend.
Yeah,
I've had a really shitty couple of weeks, so let's just go with it.
Yeah, you cut loose a little bit and stuff, and you get it back under control where you're not doing as much and stuff, where you're taking a little bit of a break.
I've got a box here full of beer, and it's still there. So
yeah. My beer cellar is still there as well, so it's not like you're down there going crazy or anything like that. So
that's true. It's very
true. But it's just funny. Just the whole idea about it is kind of like, I don't know. I feel like people are like sometimes just too wired, too tense to it. It's like, kick back and relax for a little bit, enjoy yourself.
And that's the thing, is like, you have these people that go and drink these macro beers, and they're doing it because they want to get drunk, and that's fair. If you want to do that, that's fine. I sit here and I have these craft beers because I want to enjoy them, and if I have a few in one night, then I'm enjoying them a little bit more than I should, but I'm still enjoying them. So
yeah, it's all the experience. I mean, we went out to dinner the other night, and one of the beers I had was from one of our local breweries. And it was a stout. It was a 13.5%. It was a kind of more of a dessert type stout. For my one, my wife had 2 beers, but it was there sitting there enjoying it, relaxing. Which, by the way, like 450 calories in that one. So, it was kind of like, you don't want to have any more than that at a point. You just want to sit there and enjoy that one, and kind of, it's like having a fine cigar, right? You don't want to sit there and constantly puff, puff, puff. You want to sit there and relax
and enjoy it.
Yeah, and that's what you do with some of the craft beers as well.
Yep. I mean, tonight I'm sitting down here chatting with you guys, and I've already gone through one beer. I went through a beer with you in hockey, and I'm halfway through my other one, and I'm like looking at this going, it's Saturday night, wife's not home, whatever.
Yeah. And a good thing about craft beer versus cheap beer, you don't usually wake up with a headache the next day.
Yeah.
Because it's actually done well, so. I guess if you overdo it, you can, but
Oh, exactly.
Preservatives or some crap.
Yep. All right, my turn to run away for a minute.
All right. Tag team, you're out. All right. So I just heard from Redbeard. He says he's just pulled into the driveway, and we might be on in a bit.
Oh, I was about to get crazy, y'all. Redbeard's in the house.
You're crazy? Redbeard's in the house?
Without the beers, even more crazy.
That's a cue for people who are watching this chat to go, time to turn off. Otherwise,
we're about to go from PG-13 to NC-17 real quick.
Anyway,
but this, do you guys get the Sierra Nevada celebration up there?
I don't even get Sierra Nevada up here. I wish I did. I like their pale ale.
Okay, yeah, this is like their fresh hop IPA. Comes out every Christmas season. It's pretty solid. Actually, if you get the book, the 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die, it's actually one of the beers listed in there as well.
The wet hop?
But so is Budweiser, so, take it for what you want.
Budweiser's on there? Seriously? I think it's more...
Well, you know what? For Budweiser being on, it's kind of like, because of the icon status of it, you kind of expect it to be in there.
It's kind of thing. It's like, because it's so huge, you probably try it.
Yeah,
it might be like 1,000 on the list, but or actually, it could be close to number 1 that you need to try. Just get it out of the way.
I mean, I joke about Budweiser, but I'll drink it once in a while here and there. But
I'm drinking.
I joke about it more because of the way they try to attack craft beer when they're buying craft breweries.
They're so full of shit.
Yeah,
like that Super Bowl that they aired a couple of years ago. Like so you could have your fizzy orange something craft beer, there's Elsie, what the fuck?
Yeah. The beer you just shit upon, you just bought. Yeah,
I'm currently drinking it. Stole from Unibrew.
So how was that one actually? Because I haven't had that one from Unibrew.
I having it back to back with a Chimay. I'm like, this is actually kind of disappointing. But it is a really solid Belgian style beer. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite Unibrew beer.
Yeah.
But
when you put it up,
when you put it back to back with a real Chimay Blue, it's just
when you put it against Chimay, it does make it a little bit tougher.
Mm.
I mean, because Chimay is just so good.
Oh yeah. Although that Chimay, I'm thinking it's starting to get a little funky. And here's the sad part: I cracked open a Duvel at the start, and that's the one I went and dumped out.
Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed like that because I bought a whole bunch of those when they went discontinued when they were last here in New Brunswick, and that was like 3 years ago. And that Duvel was bad, but I still have like 5 bottles of Duvel. So I'm like, wow. Oh, are you kidding me? This is bad, and I still have $5 of it, five bottles of this shit. That's like those beers cost me $4 a piece. So I'm thinking like that's $20 at the fucking window right there. Oh,
but you're gonna still drink them.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna try them. If they're bad, I'm just gonna dump them. But it's
in your head, you're gonna think maybe it was just that once. I'm gonna try this one this time.
Like, and the Chimay is getting to the point now where I'm thinking.
I've never really heard. I mean, for Chimay to go bad, I mean, it's just.
I think there's got to be like a point where if you cellar-age them, there's a point of diminishing returns where they get better as they age. They get better, but they get to a peak and then they start to slide back down.
Yeah, but I would think at Chimay, you're probably like 4 or 5 years out or so at least. I mean,
yeah, and you know what? The bottles on Chimay actually do say like 5 years from the manufacturing date.
Yeah, which is funny because I'm the king of deals sometimes, but
you're the king of deals.
I went to one of my spots one time.
Like Matt, massive beer reviews. He's like the king of cellaring shit.
Yeah, I went to one of my stores one time and they had the Chimays, the red, the white, and the blue, like the 12-ounce bottles or whatever, $1.99 a piece.
Oh dear God!
And how much did you buy?
The rack. There were like 5 of each or so left.
Oh, that's my debut for the day. I believe that elicits you asshole from me.
Sometimes you go beer shopping and you went, I'll just see what they have here or whatever. You see something, you're like, all right, I might get a cart now. They come back with the cart and you just start racking them up. I don't know how it happens, but I come across these deals all the time, and I'm just like,
you Americans in your gas prices is like, it's $1.
Fuck.
Our gas prices.
Shall we not go with that down that path?
$4 a gallon. Gas is $4 a gallon here. I'm like looking at the gas pump, and it says $1.
Oh, your gas is $4 a gallon.
Our gas is more
regular.
Right now, our gas prices up here are $1.15.5 for a liter. Which, when you factor in, it's 3.8 liters to a gallon.
Yeah.
So over $5, right? That's over like almost $5 right there. Then there's the exchange rate. So you're talking about it's like $6 a gallon if you come to Canada. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys are getting screwed.
You guys are complaining about $4 gas. And like, really?
Well, our gas here, like a gallon is like, I think like $2.80 a gallon for regular. Although not many cars use regular, so like your middle, Supreme or whatever, usually about $3, and you're upwards of about $3.50 for your premium.
I suppose it depends on what car you have, but yeah, mine uses.
It does. It does, because some of them will run on regular, but like we have like a Jeep Grand Cherokee that has to be Supreme, so that's your middle level.
I didn't know the Jeep Grand Cherokees had to use Supreme.
Yeah, down here they do at least. At least that's what they tell us in the book. So.
Well, I mean, if it's in the book that says that, otherwise you're going to get poor gas mileage from the octane fuel.
Yeah,
but I mean, even if you have a car that takes, like, if it says you take regular, there's no point in buying anything else because higher octane fuel is not going to make a difference.
Yeah,
your engine, if it specifies that it takes a certain type of fuel, then you better use that.
Like the engine that I have for the Mustang takes regular. The other engine would have took Supreme. So in a way, I kind of lucked out there. But for the 8-cylinder I have, I could use regular.
Yeah, a Mustang.
It's like 2004 convertible. It's an older one.
Oh, it's like still old. What is it? Late Fox body kind of thing.
It's to get the it was the 40th anniversary edition. It's still a nice coupe. It wasn't like the bad ones that they had for a few years, but the engine still runs. At this point, I'm just driving it to run it into the ground. I used to have a Charger actually, and started having issues with the kind of like the transmission and stuff. So we traded that in to get the Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a trade up or trade down.
Yeah. Well, most of the time I work from the house here, so I don't need to go anywhere most of the time. I go to work like one day a week at the office. But she has to go in every day, so she needs some for snow. But that's why we got the Grand Cherokee. Redbeard's in the house.
Gentlemen. Everyone stop mentioning his name and insulting him. He won't know. I mean, hi.
Talking about Redbeard. Redbeard's in the house.
How was your drive back to North Bay, Redbeard?
What? Redbeard though.
Around Barrie, I was able to see about 5 feet in front of my car for like half an hour. It was kind of sketchy.
Holy fuck!
You guys are getting snow there now.
That's some shit.
Once I got like from Toronto to Barrie, really nice. After I got through Barrie, North Bay, super nice. Just that one area, it was fucked, man. I was going like 40. It was not fun.
Wait a minute, 40 kilometers, right?
40 kilometers an hour, so like 25 miles an hour.
Oh, that is slow. Yeah.
On a highway with a speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. So yeah. They sent me home like last weekend when I was there. They sent me home with a 2.4. This time they sent me home with a 3.4. 34 beers came home with me.
Just to read the last comment from Eric Gilbert, he says racist ginger is on his way. Other than the flat beer taste, all right.
Oh my God. I asked him where he was, and all of a sudden he showed up. So I'm sorry, but that just made perfect sense.
Say his name 3 times, he'll show up. Beetlejuice, Redbeard. Redbeard.
I bet Redbeard is a pretty good
right now.
So Redbeard, what was your favorite arcade game back in the day?
Question.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Oh, that's a good one. See, I thought you had a good question there. That's a good one.
That was an awesome game.
Nice.
That and then like a close second would be the 4-player fucking X-Men game that existed.
Oh my God!
I remember that.
It had like it had like 2 screens. It was fucking huge.
But if you go 4-player game, you got to actually throw NBA Jam in there, because the good thing with that one was the winning team never had to pay.
That's
the way
true.
It was set out. When people came in,
I never
played
played NBA Jam in the arcade. I played it for Super Nintendo. I didn't even know it was an arcade game, to be honest with you.
Oh, it was solid in the arcade.
Wow.
I mean,
Man, are you dating yourself right now? Are we the old fucks here? Is that what you're trying to tell us here?
We were talking about games like Exevious and Pac-Man and Galaga and all this.
Pong.
Pong. Actually, no. One of my favorite
Combat on Atari.
One of my favorite arcade games in the later era was Rush 2049. I love that racing game. I love that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I spent so many quarters on that back when I was like 19.
Nice.
I introduced my daughter to World Cruise in USA the other night.
I played that for N64, I think it was.
Yeah, N64.
It was actually an arcade game. I actually got her into the console and sat her down because one of the places that's a brewery has old arcade games. My youngest one played Pac-Man.
Even though Cruising USA was a console game on the N64, they actually had like a N64 console version of it. And I remember,
you know what? I remember seeing that in the arcade.
I remember playing the Cruising USA arcade game, and I also remember playing the remember Off-Road.
I remember
Yep.
That was an awesome one too. Sorry, Redbeard, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I remember that arcade cabinet. Now that you mentioned it, it had like the wheels and the steering wheel and all that.
Yeah,
fancy shit. Graphics were all N64, but it's still arcade because there was an arcade version of the N64 or something.
It's kind of funny nobody mentioned like Donkey Kong, like all the quarters that were spent in the Donkey Kong machine.
I don't think I ever really.
Yeah, I never played Donkey Kong. Again, that was Nintendo for me.
Yeah. I played Mario once.
Yeah. Was it better Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man though?
Miss Pac-Man.
I like Miss Pac-Man.
Man.
Yeah.
I think I only ever played Miss Pac-Man in the I know I've seen it on the arcade console. You know, like the copy I had for the Atari was just so good. I never bothered. Or something was good in the arcade.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but Nick, your microphone audio is kind of going in and out a little bit.
In and out there.
A little muffled.
Like you sound fine, and then you sound like you're like in the bottom of a pickle barrel or something for a second.
Let's see what my audio input.
Pickle barrel. Good call.
It just kind of muffled a little bit.
I was gonna say the bottom of the ocean, but I mean,
Hey.
pickle barrel works.
Pickle barrel. Nobody wants that.
Nope. That's a lot of brine in your nose.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't no brine off my back.
That's kind of a big deal.
A big dill.
Oh,
We'll be back in a moment. I gotta go to the bathroom.
we've already had our turns.
He's gonna touch himself.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He's gonna go shake hands with the president.
Oh, like his dick in a bag of Cheetos.
And he's gonna come back feeling all horrified and violated.
Probably more. Less than last night over at Greg's house. He did. Well, he was down in Toronto for a beer expo or something, and he stayed at Greg's last night. Greg Bielski.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, brave. I've stayed there before.
Brave.
But, I didn't quite shit-faced drunk off of Bring Out Your Dead like he did.
You kid around, Greg. I mean, if you do that, you got marker in your face when you wake up.
So you know how I said I was going to be doing this Tesco product stuff?
Yeah.
I found I was going to open this up and I looked at it. I pulled it out of the box and everything. This is not going to be a good product.
Is that like
Best-
the fruit and syrup or something?
Yeah, best before October 2018.
Oh,
You just bought it?
Yeah, I just bought it. I bought it this morning.
I
Think
prefer
it's
syrup.
It's going to be a negative review.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is making me feel kind of funky.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing my audio issue then.
Right now, Nick.
I don't know.
Maybe
I just
how long since the PC was rebooted?
Since the power came back on Saturday, or the power it got rebooted the other day. Not yesterday, but the day before, Thursday, I think. Because the power went back out again because they were fixing something on the lines.
That's fun.
Yeah, I spent 2 days without power there on last weekend. That's why I didn't try to do a live hangout.
Did anybody here watch the fucking insanely ridiculous fucking video that Greg and I did last night?
Kind of
You know
missed
what?
it.
I actually didn't. I gotta go out the back and watch
I
it.
honestly, I have no memory.
Oh,
Like,
that's going to be a great video.
I remember, I vaguely, at one point, Greg starts going off about Joe causing the extinction of the dinosaurs. And I lost it. Like, I couldn't stop. I was like, I couldn't stop. It was fucking ridiculous. And then, like, I woke up in the bed, like in the morning in a bed. I'm like, what the, like, we ordered pizza. We had pizza. I did a fucking review of that Octopus Wants to Fight New England IPA. It's on my phone. I still haven't watched it yet. I have no memory.
Really? Then
I got the what was it? We had 3 bottles of Bring Out Your Dead last night, and
God.
And then that Devil's Pale Ale. Yeah.
That's the Devil's Pale. That's the review you guys did. And I don't have the sound on, but
It was.
Why is he doing he's doing Malt Mustang on there? The mask.
The balaclava.
Or one of the malt liquor guys with the ski mask.
it like Red Good is just keeled over laughing his ass off. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
He's very brash. He's borderline racist, but he is fucking hilarious.
Well, like Agnes, his wife, she was the one that told him it happened, and he's like, "What?" Like Greg doesn't remember doing that either. He's like, "What are you talking about? You made a video for my channel? Like, what the fuck?" And she put it on, and yeah, it was just it's fucking ridiculous.
Do you know Greg had a channel? Beer Burglar.
Beer Burglar. Yep. Okay, I've already subscribed because I have to. I mean, this.
Let me go here. I gotta find it myself now.
Beer Burglar. Well, you know what? Joe's the beer patrol, so he's been doing the Beer Burglar.
He's his nemesis. Like,
he's the nemesis to Joe.
Gotta watch the first video that he did on his channel. It was fucking glorious. He like introduces the Beer Burglar.
And that's the thing. I love when you actually play off of each other's channels. That's what I love to do. Is I played off a bunch of my buddies' channels, and bastards did nothing as well. Wait, what? There's like no videos. There's no playlists. There's no channels. What the fuck?
Holy cow! Joe D is still live right now. He's going for a 6-hour show tonight.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't see any videos or anything. What the fuck's going on here?
Is that the first video of Beer Burglar? Did he take it off?
It should be still there. I mean, just
it's unlisted. That's why.
there you go.
Oh no, I've got it. Subscribed. He has 16. I'm the 17th subscriber.
Yeah, I'm the 17th. You're the 18th.
He's got more subscribers.
That's awesome.
What's going to recount like American Vote in there?
Yeah, but apparently it's unlisted. So.
Oh.
He just makes it. He just makes it to entertain us. Basically, he doesn't want the world to see. I guess.
You know what? You keep sending me this shit. I'll keep watching it. That's no problem.
Actually, today I went to Great Lakes Brewing for the first time ever as well.
Oh yeah, that's
how was that?
I got 7 beers, I believe, to try. So, yeah,
nice.
So they do nothing with the American version at all, but it's just the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a completely different brewery, but that's a nice spot. I actually really like their brewery.
It was actually really nice there. I was, and that's where I'd gone to Bellwoods last week with Greg. So 2 new breweries.
Like if you're in Toronto, Bellwoods is the one to go to.
Well, there's
what
I'm actually on
Great
Twitter.
Lakes is great.
I'm actually on Twitter. They keep showing like things like with Obama on how to work an umbrella for the rain.
Oh my god,
it's so freaking hilarious.
That's awesome.
America, we're rocking America.
I've seen so many videos of Obama working an umbrella, like because remember Trump had the one thing he couldn't figure out how to put the umbrella down. It looked like so.
Well, no, he just like he didn't even try to close it. He just like put it down
right now. He's like it was raining in France, so he didn't go to the
services.
What was it? He didn't go to a World War I remembrance ceremony because of the rain. And I'm like, what? It's the 100th anniversary, and you're the leader, supposedly the leader of the free world, even though you like dictatorships.
He didn't want his fucking hair to just drop out because as soon as you do that, the glue comes unglued and he becomes a bald president. We get it. We understand. Fine. Your comb over won't fucking work in the rain. Whatever.
What's the point? Like, you're so big about fake news and everything. You just blame it on fake news. Like, your hairpiece fell off. Fake news.
My fucking my head
everybody
ran
who
away.
fucking votes for you is going to believe whatever you fucking say anyway, so it doesn't matter.
The Paris rain brought my fucking ferret back to life, and I got to run away. And this is why America hates us so much.
No. It's well deserved on some levels. It's just like
I'm just noticing now. I actually recorded.
Being an American and watch them go to things, you're like, really? You're
going to England? Good luck.
I recorded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 videos at Greg's place.
Oh my god! How many do you remember?
That's a lot of videos.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too. At the Royal Fair thing that I was at on Friday night, last night, they had a beer festival. in the Royal Fair, like just out of nowhere. There's a fucking like 30 breweries at this fucking festival. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on location reviews too.
Okay, so I guess the question is how are you still standing today?
I'm surprised. I woke up. I drank a bunch of water, threw up all the water, and then I felt fine.
That's impressive.
It was weird. Well, and Agnes, like Greg's wife's amazing. I woke up at like 3 a.m, being like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking thirsty." And I looked over beside me, and there was a little bottle of Dasani on my fucking on my nightstand. She's the best.
She didn't want you puking anywhere.
What? Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, it's funny too. Like Greg and I, like she bought this new like white fucking rug that sits right in front of their couch. So the whole night, Greg and I are like drinking these fucking stouts and black beers and stuff, and just woke up in the morning and we didn't drop a fucking drop anywhere. So I was quite impressed with us.
I'm very impressed with you guys, considering. I mean, that's really damn impressive.
There's a lot. Like his apartment's actually really nice. I was fucking blown away.
I hear all about Agnes, and I'm glad that she actually took care of you guys.
No, she was great. It was cool too. His dog. Like they're like, the dog. You're gonna have to stay away from the dog. It's gonna fucking want to eat. And I walk in the apartment. He's got a big German Shepherd, and so like I walk in and the dog, Agnes is there holding the dog, and she just starts fucking barking, and I'm just like, get on my knees, and I'm just like let her go, and she runs up to me and just like sniff. I'm like, hey, it's okay. And then like slowly pet her, and yeah, within like 5 minutes she was wagging her tail and loved me. I just was blown away.
Dog whisperer, look at you.
And animals in general, like.
Yeah.
As long as they're not like fucked in the head or something and like insane, pretty much every pet that I've ever encountered has just been a good friend of mine.
I always feel like animals and little kids are the best senses of anybody, if a person's good or not.
Yeah.
So.
No,
yeah, it was a good time. I had a great time last night, and it was cool. And it was cool.
The first time you met Greg, by the way.
Yes, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I had such a great time, and it was great too because, like, I was planning. The initial plan was go out to the bar, have a couple beers, and then I was going to go back to. I was supposed to stay with the owner of Highlander, the guy I was working for. He's in Burlington, which is about 45 minutes away from the festival, whereas Greg lives like fucking 10 minutes away. So it was way nicer of a drive there and back kind of thing.
Nice.
It was great.
Highlander. Oh, they actually do make some really good beers.
They make really good beers. They're really not adventurous when it comes to their beers.
But when you've got a solid lineup, you really don't want to be adventurous. I mean, they've done a couple like random, like a one-off here and there, but just it's not a lot of them kind of thing. And I understand what you're saying. They do have a good thing going. Like they're the only reason that South River is not a ghost town. Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Does their slogan say there can only be one?
Almost, actually. Their stout, actually, what did I have? Their stout was really good, and their shit, which one was it? Their Wee Heavy. Their Wee Heavy's really good.
Yeah, they actually make an imperial stout. I don't know if you had that.
No.
What part of Canada are they out of?
They're just about a half an hour south of me. Or 45 minutes. So
North Bay, then, where they're located?
No, they're in South River, which is a small town.
Okay.
So,
what brewery is this?
Highlander.
Oh, Highlander. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I've had their Wee Heavy. I'm not sure though.
And the guy Dwayne is so fucking just such a nice guy. Like we're there working and stuff, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go for a little walk. I'll be back." And so he'll leave, and every time he comes back, he's got like a sandwich for me, or brings me fucking these fancy cheeses and stuff, and just bringing all this stuff and all the other vendors from like there's like a whole Northern Ontario pavilion thing that was going on.
Yeah.
And all the other vendors were so fucking nice. Like yesterday I had probably 2 pounds of the most delicious smoked fish I've ever had in my life. Nice. Some guy just came and like dropped it off. We're like, yeah, okay, you got free beer for the rest of the festival.
Ooh.
It was so much fun. And like I said, they sent me home. Well, he's like, do you want to bring some beer home again? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, grab whatever you want. I'm like, you know what? Last time I grabbed like a half a case of expansion. I'm grabbing a full 2-4 this time. He's like, give her. So yeah, I brought home like a full unopened 2-4 of expansion from Stack, their sour IPA. Yeah.
2-4, you'd say in a case, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's a very Canadian term, I guess, the 2-4.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-4. Yeah, it definitely is a Canadian term.
So yeah, 24 cans of
2-4 Canadian, eh?
I found out actually on Monday. I don't know if I haven't been on Hangout for a little while. On Monday, his name's Andrew, one of the guys that works at Stack, was in North Bay and stopped in and gave me 3 kind of one-off beers that I have in my fridge now.
Nice.
And we did a review together, and I asked him about the expansion thing because at the festival, people keep asking me if it's in the LCBO, and I'm like, it should be. Like, it's at every festival I see from them, and it's like it sells like mad. It's a delicious beer, but I'm like, and it's in the reason that we're promoting the Northern Ontario mix pack thing that they have, which is like the big 6 beers, 1 from Highlander, 1 from New Ontario, 1 from Manitoulin, 1 from Sleeping Giant, 1 from Lake of the Woods, and 1 from Stack. And the expansion sour IPA is in that pack. So it's in the LCBO, but only in that pack. And I asked that Andrew guy, and he said, yeah, they've tried 3 times now to get it listed in the LCBO, and for whatever reason, it doesn't make it through their stupid fucking process they have. Even though it's a great beer.
Well, you just said the magical words LCBO.
Oh.
Which I still consider, like, when I hear it, I always think of a wrestling team. I always think LCBO.
That's hilarious. LCBO. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you didn't know?
That's funny.
It's the LCBO.
Actually, you know what? Randomly, I just had a thought.
What?
I have a 2-4 of this fucking beer. I could ship a few out and we could do a beer and house on it.
That could work.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure Nick's not going to object to that.
No. If you're going to send me beer, sure. I was thinking red beer. I mean, I can't afford it right now, but at the same time, we should totally do a beer trade at some point.
Yeah, man. For sure.
It's got to be some shit I could send you.
I'm sure. Like I had a few beers from out your way when Marcel went out there this summer and brought back a shit ton of beer.
Oh, he brought a bunch of Trailway stuff, didn't he?
I don't know if he got Trail. He got a bunch of Bad Robot stuff.
Yeah,
and,
well, that's Nova Scotia.
Bad Robot. I mean, that's a production company.
No, sorry, Good Robot.
Good Robot.
Oh yeah,
no,
sorry. No, you're right.
Bad
You're
Robot.
right.
Bad Robot's the production company. Good.
He is right,
Robot's
though. I'm pretty sure I said Bad Robot.
Bird from Halifax. No, you said Bad Robot, I think, but I can understand getting the two confused.
Well,
they're
fucking
similar.
The image that they use for their fucking they're gonna get sued if they get big enough. 100%. 100%. They're gonna have to change their name or something.
Speaking of people getting sued, fucking Apex Predator. Oh, sorry. Bench Creek Brewing is now Apex Predator because they got sued.
What?
Oh, yeah?
Or they sued somebody.
Bench Brewing sued them, and now they have to become Apex Predator. Sorry to go on a tangent.
I don't think they had to become Apex Predator. That's a very different.
They couldn't afford to fight the fucking
yeah, but I'm saying they could have chose a lot of things aside from Apex Predator, probably.
But they had to change their name, basically, right? So
no, it was Bench Creek Brewing that they went with. So it was fuck. It was
like I'm assuming there's a Bench Creek near them.
Oh yeah.
So how the fuck did they lose?
It's an actual creek. It's an actual fucking.
I feel like their lawyer was an idiot or something. They should not have lost that lawsuit.
Because Bench went and trademarked their fucking name, Bench, and said that they got it first, and they have more money on their side than Bench Creek. And Bench Creek's like, you know what? Fuck it. Never mind. It's like because they had to change the name of Naked Woodsman too, because Naked Grapes sued them because they used the word naked.
That's like some fucking company is just so petty and retarded, man.
Moosehead.
Sorry to use that word, but
Moosehead.
Right, Redbeard, you fucking drank a Long Bay Ruckus?
Oh, all right.
Was he serious? Yeah, Marcel brought you a Long Bay Ruckus? Where the fuck was Marcel? In New Brunswick. When he passed in your, like, Long Bay Ruckus is in my town.
That's hilarious. I told him. I told him like, "Hey, man, you're gonna be in Nick's," but he was with his girlfriend and his kid and stuff.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I just thought that's kind of funny. I'm looking, what the fuck are you drinking a Log Bay Ruckus? I'm gonna have to cue that up so I can watch your review.
That's funny. I can't.
Not right now, but yeah. Well, you had it in July. That's actually an excellent beer. It's their New England style IPA. But
okay,
you know what? Yeah. The guy that brewed that actually went to school with me.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's a weird connection I got with some of the brewing community out here.
I actually got recognized by 4 different people at the time during the time I was at the festival without my beard. It was pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny too. Like I had this queued up on my phone because like I'd tell people about the YouTube thing and they're like, "What's your channel?" And it'd be like, "Well, it's Redbeard," but and I just pop up my phone. It's like that's what it was like about a week ago. It's like a little bit of a difference going on there.
Yeah, but they recognize you without the facial hair.
Which was really surprising to me.
And I don't think I get. Oh, Lee's here. Hey, Lee.
Oh shit! Hey, Lee.
Holy shit! Gracing us with your presence, oh king of beer.
Crazy in this biatch.
Why are there so many people in this bullshit?
Yeah,
because I'm here, dude.
Right?
That's why.
I know, right? Yeah, Dan's
here. West Coast Nick. That's what
we have 2 Nicks. We have Redbeard about his beard. We have Rod. He's still a black person. It's good. What? That's not racist.
I wasn't going to say anything.
No, that's not. That's not. I don't believe that's racist. Rod, what's your take on this?
I mean,
hey, Rod.
Please point out the obvious thus far. So.
That's right. I'm not a race realist like Jay Terrio, but I mean I try.
Oh, fuck Jay.
Oh, Lee must be in the house. Holy shit!
How much of that sake did you drink?
Some whiskey tonight, maybe whiskey.
Is that sake?
It's all been beer. I haven't touched that. It's not sake. It's a different thing. It's a distilled rice spirit, so it's not fermented like sake is.
Really?
Yeah, well, I haven't tried it yet.
But, what are you drinking right now?
How do you get the alcohol content without distilling it or without fermenting it?
You distill it. Distilling gets you alcohol content, Nick. Hello, whiskey.
If they're taking rice, they have to ferment it in order to get the alcohol in the first place.
No, they can.
And then they distill it to make the alcohol content stronger.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All I know is that
this shit ain't sake. It's something different.
Okay, we'll go with that.
It'll fuck you up though. Let's just say it'll fuck.
It's 30%, so it's definitely stronger than any sake out there. So
there's nothing I could say about that vest that hasn't been said about Afghanistan. It looks bombed out.
at least in Afghanistan, they know how to vote. So.
There's no denying that here.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Celebration now, baby.
So what are you drinking now, Lee?
I'm in between drinks. I just finished a Propeller coffee porter.
Ooh,
how is that?
That's good.
Excellent. It's probably their best seasonal at this point since they ruined their Imperial Stout. So.
Oh, I mentioned just before you came on, Lee, at the Royal thing that I was doing in Toronto there with Highlander. I came home with a full 2-4 of Stack Expansion Sour IPA, and I had mentioned to Nick maybe sending some out to do a beer analysis thing. You down for that?
I'm down for anything, man.
Cool. Yeah, it's like I love the beer. It's like my favorite of all the beers that were there at the festival. But
nice.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Cool.
Yeah, I'd be all for that. If you said that beer out, everybody. Sorry, no. You know the weird part is weird
impression or something. What the hell?
Yeah, well, it's 2 a.m. here, man.
Get off my lawn, you kids.
You know the weird thing is, I was thinking about doing something similar to that, like sending beer out to people, but it was going to be with a long bay beer, and now Redbeard's already had. Who am I getting an echo from?
Yeah, someone's echoing pretty bad.
Not me. I've got headphones on, so it ain't me.
Yeah, it ain't me either.
Is it me?
Yeah, Rod.
Must be Rod. Must be. God damn.
It's all right. I'm drinking a Tullamore Dew, Kindred Spirits from Innocent Gun.
Ooh.
Are they using Tullamore Dew barrels? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Tullamore Dew. This is their Irish whiskey barrel aged stout that they made back in March. And I've had this from March, but you can still buy this in ample quantity in New Brunswick because it didn't sell very well.
What's the ABV on it?
6.1. And the weird part is, I think it's actually gotten a little bit better since it came out.
That's cool.
But I mean, it's still not like groundbreaking. It's not Don's choice.
Yeah. So here's my query. The Innocent Gun. Okay, so we're getting the winter gift packs now in the NSLC. We haven't got the Innocent Gun one yet in mine, but I'm kind of wondering, is the secret beer in that gift pack this year the Don's Choice? I'm kind of wondering.
Didn't
is the secret one? You think?
Actually,
maybe?
Sexton had the mystery beer in the box.
I have one. I haven't had it yet. I like the glass they give you in that box. That's nice.
You know what? I'm thinking because we're gonna get the mystery pack with that mystery beer here too. That would be an interesting.
I'm down to save that for a beer analysis.
That would be an interesting beer analysis before Christmas.
Yeah,
that'd be cool because you get everybody everybody kind of to your word. Try not to read up on that beer, obviously, so you don't know what it is.
Yeah, we'll just give a basic history on Innocent Gun.
No, I just mean beforehand, don't cheat, basically.
Yeah. Although, we're obviously going to let Ashley Sexton, who's had it before, come in, but he'll have to buy another pack.
I didn't watch, but no, he didn't. He wouldn't have done a review he doesn't have a channel. But when did you have it in a beer like an after chat or something?
I think he did.
Okay.
I don't even remember what he said about it.
I'm about to.
Is the mystery beer universal everywhere it's released? That's my question.
And you know what? That'd
be funny if it was different in the States, different here, different.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, maybe I'll get a chance to try Don's Choice if it shows up in that pack. That would be the only way I justify buying that pack, because most of the seasonal Christmas packs that have shown up so far have just been bullshit that I don't want to even fucking touch.
What are the other beers in that?
Has it not showed up where you are, Lee? Aren't you near enough? Nick, it showed up where you are, didn't it?
Yeah, no, NSLC didn't pick it up.
Innocent Gun, for some weird reason, Nebula Liquor is not releasing their gift packs until November 15th. But I'm gonna try and get one. If we plan to do a beer analysis on that mystery beer, I'll get another one.
Cool. Because I think the two beers in the pack that you know about are I think it's the rum finish and Innocent Gun original. I think that's.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's three. It's $20. It's got 3 beers.
And
it's got a regular, an original, and a Blood Red Sky.
Oh, okay,
and a mystery beer. And you know what? I had the Blood Red Sky. It's actually pretty good.
It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be blood orange, and I've had 3 or 4 blood orange beers this year, and they're all of them needed to double up on the amount of orange they used to actually get that flavor to fucking pop. I don't know.
They need to actually use orange for some of these too.
Yeah, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's the page in the gift pack. It comes with an Innocent Gun glass. And of course, a secret beer unique to Canada. Shh, don't tell anyone.
So
it's probably the one.
So maybe it is Don's Choice.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't know. Well, if you're saying it's a blood orange beer, it's not Don's Choice, but still, who knows? I mean, apparently Don's Choice is
the original and a Blood Red Sky is what you got right there.
Yeah, original Blood Red Sky and some other beer, but Don's Choice.
Well, no, there's only 2 beers there. Look at the fucking pack you're looking at.
No, there's 3 beers.
No, there's 3 beers. There's a mystery beer hidden.
Yeah.
It's
So
there's three. It says 3 beers, but you can only see 2 in there.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
But the Don's Choice beer, it's not blood orange, that's for sure.
No, it's rhubarb and something, isn't it?
Rhubarb and coconut.
It was a rhubarb black IPA or something.
It's a rhubarb coconut black IPA.
Yeah, that's weird.
God damn.
Yeah, that's weird.
I've actually got 3 of them. Maybe I can send you one, Lee.
I am I just finished a can of Lakeside Kolsch, and now I think it's expansion time.
I feel so bad. I owe so many people beer mails right now. I owe you beer mail, Nick. I owe fucking.
Really it doesn't diminish my opinion of you whatsoever if you haven't sent me a beer mail back.
Well, I know your opinion of me wasn't already that high, so it's
I know, right? But still,
it's hard to diminish something that was barely there in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. At the very same time, you were the person that got me into beer tubes, so it's your fault.
Yeah, I do have some beer mails to pay back. It's just I've ran into some bad luck in the end of the year. So
no, I agree, dude. Yeah, how's your leg? How's your leg doing anyway?
I am almost. I feel like I'm well on the way to being back 100% functional here pretty soon.
Cool.
What happened
to your leg?
I twisted my knee at work, and from what they can tell, they didn't do an MRI yet. They did an X-ray. They suspect a torn meniscus.
Ooh, shitty, dude.
It's not that shitty. That's actually like if you're going to get a knee injury,
it's not like the end of the world. It's still shitty though.
Yeah, but if you're going to get a knee injury, the meniscus is the thing you want to injure on your knee because that heals really quick.
I ripped my kneecap apart when I was in high school, and I had to get a scope and everything on it. It was fucking rough.
Yeah, that must have sucked.
Yeah,
we're doing a thing. I was on the football team in high school, and there's a thing called the monkey roll. 3 guys, and like you jump over the guy as like you jump over the next guy, and it's like the 3 guys kind of jumping over each other. And the one guy was trying to be Mr. Superman and going way too fast. And I got up to jump over him as he was jumping under me, but he jumped too fast and jumped right into the side of my leg. And my leg bent like that. That. Yeah, it was not fun.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
It was, and for the rest of practice, the coach put me off to the side. I sat there by a tree with some ice on my knee. And then when we're done, I took the ice off, and my knee was the size of a fucking softball. It was so.
And that's when you know you need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, then the doctor was like, "We're going to drain off your knee now. If it's clear, that's a good sign. If it's blood, that's a really bad sign." And he drained a bedpan full of blood off my knee. Yeah, it was. Like my mom was there with me. I was like fucking 15 or something like that. I'm just like closing my eyes, looking at away to hold my mom's hand, like, oh, fuck me.
Well, it's just like that. When one of those injuries, you don't really want to rush it to come back. You need to make sure you're better.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I feel better. I'm gonna go do it. Yeah, and then you'll pull a fucking thing again.
Yeah.
Make sure you're healthy first.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing physio, but I'm still waiting for the phone call because it's done through work with workers' comp. Like I've already accumulated like 3 or 4 shifts I've missed. Basically, are just going to be covered by workers' comp, and then I'm waiting for the physio person to call me, and then apparently I'm supposed to get an MRI. The doctor said I want to do an MRI. I was like, all right, so I'm assuming she's going to call back with an MRI appointment at some point. Maybe, I don't know. I was really tired when I went no patients. I didn't get any sleep, and I set no patients for like 3 hours before they could see me. And everything they were telling me was going in one ear and out the other. I was just like, okay.
Well, at least you're not American. It costs you $4,000 to get all this.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
just to say hi.
Yeah. Okay, hot. Pretty doctor, whatever you say. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Just can you look at me with your big brown eyes some more? Okay, that's good.
Blink at me one more time.
Exactly. Yeah.
The best beer fest in the world from last night.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? That's like a pea sample cup or something.
I was going to say it's your sample cup.
That's not the cup they gave out at the fair last night, was it?
Yeah. It was
That's
sponsored by the Big Green Egg.
Oh,
they gave you a plastic cup to keep.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Badass. And it was like I don't know what the admission was to the fair because I got in for free because I was a vendor, whatever. But to get into this beer festival was an extra $30 on top of whatever people already had to pay.
Well, I thought that a plastic cup in Ontario was a faux pas. Like you need to get a free class out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I've
because
had a couple that are plastic, but
Chad's Fest every year has a glass that comes
nice
with
glass.
it.
I've seen them.
A nice glass.
They're sweet.
And you know what? The nicest glass I've ever gotten at Beer Fest is the Big Axe Festival up in Nackerwick, New Brunswick.
Somebody
year.
at the festival here was telling me about that festival.
Oh, the Big Axe.
And I was like, my friend Nick was at that festival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really funny. He was like Big Axe Festival. I'm like, big. That sounds familiar. And he's like, I didn't realize he was staying out east.
Big
and
Axe Festival in Nackerwick outside of
statue thing that you had taken pictures of. And I was like, oh yeah, it was funny.
Probably saw me there. That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did you do a video about that fest by any chance, or?
That one here at the thing. I did. Like, you might have been getting up, going to the bathroom. I was looking at
all the fucking ones that he had. Oh my god!
Thanks. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You took a piss, didn't you?
I recorded 6 on location reviews at that festival last night, which I was able to. I told like Dwayne, the guy I was working for, he's like, go to the festival. And I'm like,
yeah,
I got no cash on me. It's $30. He's like, just walk in, show them your badge, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I'll try it. Walked up. I'm like, I'm with the craft brewers over there. Can I like just check it out? He's like, yeah, walk in. So I'm like, sweet. And then I'm like, shit, I don't have a cup. I'm like, I can't just get one from the table. I'm sure they'll want me to pay the fee. So I went to like the first Radical Road was the first brewer I went to, and just like talking to him for a second. And he had a stack like this tall of these cups there. And I'm like, I lost my cup. Can I grab a cup? And so I got a cup, and then I did all the reviews, and it didn't cost me. And one guy that had come
was
up
it one
to
of those
beer,
fests where you walk in and everything's covered? You don't have to buy drink tickets.
You get 5 tokens.
Oh, you get 5 tokens.
Which again, some guy had come up to get a beer when I was working the Highlander thing, and was like, "If you go to the thing, here's a token." And I was like, "Sweet, I think it's still in my pocket." Yeah, because I went into the festival with this one token. Look at how fancy, and I didn't use any.
Nice. Because at Chad's Fest, you buy drink tickets, but like if you've got a vendor pass, usually they won't charge you.
No. It was all just the YouTube thing. Like I go to a festival. If I go to a beer festival as Redbeard with my camera and shit, I leave with more tokens than I go in with usually. Like
hey, you know what? Like at Chad's Festival, if I go, and even this last year where I wasn't volunteering, I was just going as a patron. They'll recognize me and they'll say, "Yeah, here, just give me your glass." And I'll fill it up for you.
It's all at their discretion. The fucking vendors, the people do the festival.
Usually, what I'll do is I'll just force like, here, take the fucking ticket, will you?
Yeah. But like
I want to pay you for the beer. Come here, take the fucking ticket.
Well, that is how they get their whole reimbursement at the end and shit like that. Usually.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's how they
get
paid based on that.
Today at the we had 10 different beers that we were serving at the thing that was the Northern Ontario Pavilion thing. And today we went through, I think, 20 cases of fucking beer. It was a really, really steady day. And like we were pouring not quite this much, but like about this size glass, but kind of a little bit narrower and maybe a tiny bit taller for $2. So it worked out to about 2.5 of these was a full can of beer.
God, I hate that glass. Every time you bring it up, I hate it. That's like the worst. It
looks like a rubber nipple in the way, like the top.
That is
like glass is that? I missed that.
Like it's a plastic.
Oh,
it's a plastic.
It was kind of nice when I was drinking because you have
cheap ass fucking.
And you get like the perfect like drinking.
It's angle, like a broke ass sexual chocolate.
Yeah, it's not a glass. It's a plastic cup. And I mean, it's plastic. They had the opportunity to have any shape plastic, anything. Oh yeah. And they picked that. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
Yeah. Solid plastic. They could have used something like that.
You know what? At least it's better than what they did over at the St. John Beer Fest every year, where they'll give you a real glass, but you have to give it back at the end.
Yeah, you're telling me that's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
Retarded. There's no fucking way I'd go to a festival that would do that.
Like Pickering's.
Where's your glass? I said Opa. Okay.
Fredericton Beer Fest or the Pickering's Brewers Fest, usually they'll give you a plastic cup, but it's a nice plastic cup where it's an actual mug kind of thing.
I've got a nice plastic mug.
Yeah,
that was given to me.
Like
I just
or like the fuck.
I just smear some mud on my glass and be like, well, I shoved it up my ass before the festival ended. You want it back?
Nice. That's fucking gross.
Just take the glass. Well,
I wanted to make this a chocolate stout somehow.
Yeah.
The St. John Beer Fest is run by one of the restaurants in our Market Square in St. John, so they have all the glasses. Like they'll save them every year and they'll bring them out.
That's so ridiculous.
But I'm like, come on, just
so like
you pay $65 for a fucking ticket. $80 after taxes. Like, just give us a fucking glass.
It's that okay. Yeah, I'd be for that price.
And you know what? It's for a 3-hour event.
And like, what are they going to do if you're like, you know what?
3-hour event.
What are they literally going to do if you're like, you know what? I'm leaving and I paid that money. I'm keeping this glass. Fuck you guys.
And you know what? Don't get me wrong. It's an awesome event. It's a fun time. Every guy I'm gonna go there. But it's 3 hours. It's a session. Yeah. It literally is only like 2-3 hours long. I think
that's what a lot of festivals are actually doing now, are like sessions.
Yeah, like they don't want you to get too drunk at the end. Although I manage. I manage.
Like I was saying though before,
but they don't let you keep the glass. It's just an unmarked, simple glass at the end, and if you break it, whatever. But they'll take the glasses back at the end. I'm like, come on, I want to remember this.
I have a nice small collection of beer glasses.
Yeah, I got like a stack of 4 or 5 of them of my white shelf that's up there.
Yeah,
stuff from Chad's Fest or the Big Axe Fest, and I like having them because
they're cool.
If I'm gonna pay that much for a ticket,
well, and they're like mementos, but they're actually useful. If you have like some friends over and you actually want to try some sample things, like I have I think I have about 10.
Yeah, they're great sampling glasses.
10 Full Beard Brewing, like really nice little sample glasses because they just kept giving them to me.
Yep.
And if it's like someone comes over, I got all these. But like I was saying, at the festival we were pouring those glasses, and you could buy. So basically, you could buy a full tall boy of our beer for about. That'd be about $5.
Like the nights before the fest or something, the drinking nights that we've done over at Chad's place, we've always taken like the Albino Rhino Beer Fest glasses and use those for our sample glasses.
In America, it's customary to keep your glasses from the festival. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know what? Ontario does the exact same thing, but it's just fucked up that in New Brunswick they didn't.
And they were selling Coors Banquet for $9 a can at the fucking festival.
Yeah, that's
wanted a pint.
What?
A pint
seems cheap. That seems.
I wouldn't pay $9 for that ever. It's not a bad beer, but
some guy came up to me and said he had before it's funny. Nobody knew we were there. Like we're sitting there serving beer, and you could see people would walk by, and they'd like be walking, just kind of checking this out, and they'd turn their head, and they'd just be like this the best double take you've ever seen. They're like, there's fucking beer. There's actual craft beer. Because the only craft beer in the place. Everything else was Molson. Molson had this, like the whole event was theirs, except for this one little area that was ours. And fucking people loved it.
Molson with a giant rubber dildo.
One guy came up and he was so happy he had just spent $22 on a fucking double Scotch, double rye and Coke or something. $22.
So basically the same price you would pay for an NHL arena for booze.
I guess. I've never been to one, but I wouldn't doubt it.
It's $11.50 for a pint of Molson or Coors beer.
Yeah, that's I just it blows my mind that people fucking pay
that. Should never be that amount for that beer.
Yeah, but you're paying those fucking people to play hockey on that ice.
Yeah,
true. But it's just an event thing, like
I mean, even here it's like $10.
I don't know if that. I don't think does the concession sales really go towards the fucking players' salaries?
A portion of it does.
Weird.
I used to work at the Saddle Dome. A portion of it does go towards the players, and I mean that's the thing is because it's run, for example, by the Calgary Flames. A portion of it does. So
I don't know if it works that way in America though.
yeah, we're fucked
I've
up
never
that
heard.
way.
Anyway, Lee, you want to see my two other greatest festival glasses I have? You're muted right now. You might be gone. I have the Halliburton Craft Beer Festival.
Oh, this is cool.
Which again,
That's better than
plastic
the other
and
one.
quite malleable, but it's actually a decent shape. This one,
It's like
got
a
the 4
plastic
ounce,
cup
5
though.
ounce.
Like
Oh, it's plastic for sure. But this one here is the creme de la creme. This is from the Sportsplex Beer Fest in Powassan. This is literally a little fucking look at the fucking pour size.
What
And
the
it's like-
fuck is that?
you guys put pour marks in your cup.
This is the
Is
fucking
that a pour mark where you're supposed to stop pouring beer?
yeah.
Dude, we like go to the rim on our stuff at beer festivals.
Well,
We
again,
were
like see, this
what
one
are you
here.
doing here?
This one here has a 4 and 5. This one here had a 4.
You're
on
not
it.
supposed to fill it up, but they do anyway, kind of thing.
I might have to throat punch somebody if they gave me like a little cup like that.
Here's something that somebody just posted that Lee might like if he's still there. Somebody had as an original stubby bottle of 10 penny from Moosehead alongside one of their 10 penny stock ale new craft beers.
Is that a classic there in Canada? Like
Yeah, well, what it was 10 penny was a beer that Moosehead Brewing had made locally for from like 1930s. I think it started in the 1930s. They discontinued it around 2009. It was really popular bit in Nova Scotia. But here's somebody that's actually got a one of the original stubby bottles of 10 penny.
Nice.
And of course, Moosehead's doing this new the small batch brewery kind of thing. And they actually they remade 10 penny stock ale as part of this small batch, like the original recipe for it, and released it in a limited edition of cans, which you can see right to the left hand side. So it's kind of neat that like they've got the original 10 penny bottle sitting next to the 10 penny ale.
That is cool.
That is neat.
That's pretty cool.
Want to see my actual two best fucking festival glasses?
What?
This is from the Elgin Street Beer Festival in Sudbury. It's like an actual like fucking full on big solid mug. And there you can see
nice.
it's got the two pour lines again.
Yep.
And then this is from the North on Tap Festival in Haileybury. It's like a full on, basically like a small pint glass again. Yeah.
Did you see the 10 penny thing, Lee, or were you actually in the pisser?
I was in the pisser. What's going on?
Here, I'll show it to you again. Somebody in a local Facebook group posted this, the 10 penny stubby next to the 10 penny ale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Oh, here,
Yeah.
Lee, you may also miss the my actual best fucking festival. Let me check that one out, man. How's that for a festival?
Christ.
Yeah,
Look at the pour
fucking-
line. Look at the pour line. That's a
fucking
fucking
cheap.
2 ounce pour line right there.
That's fuck you. That is literally a piece of plastic that if it ages 2 years, it's gonna crack if you try to fucking touch it. Like
Yeah.
fuck that piece of shit.
It was a really odd festival. The festival was in their like hockey arena.
Ugh.
It was weird.
It's kind of funny. Like right now, watching True Romance on TV.
Oh, I love that film.
And I forgot that Gary Oldman and Samuel L. Jackson were in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember Gary Oldman. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I remember Samuel L.
Yeah,
I
Gary,
love
Jackson
Gary
says-
Oldman. Gary Oldman is a fucking great actor, man. He's a fucking awesome actor.
Samuel L. Jackson, fuck yeah, I like eating the butt, I like eating the pussy, I like eating all that shit.
I was just actually talking to I can't remember who I talked with the other day, but has it not been a little while since Samuel L. Jackson has like starred in a movie?
No, he starred in some stuff like the recent King Kong film. He was a big star in that.
yeah, he's been in
I guess he would have, but he died, so I feel like he wasn't really the star of the movie. You know what I mean?
No, well, like he was like second build or something along those lines. You know, like he I mean, he does do a lot of shitty schlock, but he's not like some of these big A-list
Well, he does.
actors
I
who
wasn't
do-
going to say like shitty, but he does like a lot of just kind of like cameo performance basically
Yeah.
things. But and a lot of those are actually really well done.
I mean, the guy does whatever the fuck he wants because he's making that Marvel money. I mean,
True.
let's not mistake things like.
You know what? I'm pretty sure he was doing what he wanted before the Marvel. He's been okay for a little while.
Oh yeah, no, he just does whatever the fuck he wants. It's like, hey Samuel, you want to be a Jedi? Fuck yeah, George Lucas, I want to be a Jedi. It's like,
he died like such a bitch, though. Oh,
hey, if he died, it was never confirmed.
You never know. Star Wars.
True.
He might have ended up being Snoke. You never know.
Plus, he has all the Capital One commercials too.
Like, even Snoke, you build them all up and everything. He's supposed to be the big bad guy, and yeah, I'm just gonna like lightsaber him. Now he's dead.
I love how they did that. I love how they fucked with the formula. I thought it was great.
You know what? That's a valid point. I'll give you that. I still thought it was pretty fucked up. So I didn't hate the movie like a lot of people did myself. I thought it was actually decent overall.
Yeah, no.
I liked the way that like Luke was able to like project himself and do that whole scene at the end and shit.
Oh yeah, that Luke. Last Jedi wasn't as bad as they make it sound. They just didn't like how that turned out.
Just like they changed like new Force stuff they didn't know about, and well, they changed things. And
yeah, I'm really mad that a girl's a Jedi.
You know, I will give them the scene where Finn, the black guy, is like going to do something, and that random girl like jumps on him and like kisses him, and it's like, what? Where did you even come from? There was no like interaction.
There was a story there. She felt
Korean, yeah, there was a story.
I felt it wasn't built up enough for that though.
Well, maybe they didn't build it up enough, but she like instantly fell in love with him because she had like that hero worship thing with him because he'd started making a name as like he's the stormtrooper who turned. He's like with the rebels.
Well,
and then
she was one of the first celebrity people to like delete her Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, because a bunch of assholes fucking attacked her. It's like, fuck you, you're the worst part of the movie. You ruined the whole series, you fucking bitch.
You ruined my childhood.
You didn't ruin the fucking series. The fucking series doesn't have to listen to you.
Yeah, listen here. If you're that upset about it, go back to watching the original fucking movies and shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Did you guys hear?
Go back to fucking 1930s Germany if you're fucking.
There's a Star Wars show in the works. Live action, I believe, that is going to be a prequel to Rogue One, which in itself is a prequel to the first Star Wars movie.
I thought, I thought like, isn't a prequel to Rogue One like
a prequel to the prequel?
A prequel to the
prequel to the prequel.
It's a pre-prequel.
Oh my God, they're going back to the Clone Wars.
I know nothing about Star Wars or their movies.
You're better off for it. You really are.
I'm just happy. Like, I'm happy I'm not one of those people that is like, I don't know, super emotionally invested in those movies. Like I thought that Jar Jar was like the worst thing to ever happen to the Star Wars franchise myself. I couldn't stand that stupid fucking bastard. But aside from that, they've all just been like pretty decent, like sci-fi fucking space action movies.
I just rewatched Return of the Jedi the other night.
Do you have the despecialized edition?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I watched it online, and it's the shitty. It's the shitty. Let's enhance everything and ruin the film version.
You've heard of the despecialized editions, though?
I hope they exist. Do they actually exist now?
Yeah, there's a group of people. I think they're. I don't know if they're all complete yet. The first one is. I think the second one is. The third one might not be. But you can find them on like. I think you can torrent them, or you can just go to like Google. Even
the original
legally torrent them.
The original DVD releases of the special editions on DVD actually came with the original cuts.
Yeah, but they were like full frame or something. Like
that. They weren't right. Like
they weren't full frame. They weren't modified though. They were just
this group
a DVD copy of the original video.
Yeah, well, this group has gone and like found like all this fucking old actual like theatrical fucking film and stuff, and enhanced it to the point like it's like the original Star Wars trilogy as it was meant to be seen in the theaters in full high def, and it's fucking like I watched the first like A New Hope, and even the music, George Lucas fucking completely changed the tone of the film with the music.
Yeah,
it just you watch it, it's amazing. It was so good before he fucked it up.
Yeah, I just feel like I want some more Ewoks in this film. I want Greedo to shoot first. That's all I want. I want Han Solo's a good guy.
They want to
dumb.
portray Han Solo as the good guy, or
And then when
he
they
would never shoot first.
And when they put that extra scene in with him and fucking Jabba the Hutt, where he like, Jabba the Hutt was
on his tail
because Jabba was originally just a guy.
Yeah, big fat
So when
dude.
Han walked around him and stuff, it was fine. But because Jabba, he had to like do this stupid thing, and it was done so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck me.
Cleary.
I almost feel like
It looks so fake. Sorry.
the person that directed True Romance probably directed some of the Steven Seagal movies in the 80s.
That's Tony Scott. He directed. He directed True Romance. Yeah. So he directed. I think Days of Thunder, Top Gun.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
He did a bunch.
Is it
I still
Top
feel
Gun?
like Steven Seagal's going to jump out of the
They're
background.
making a sequel to Top Gun, I think. Aren't they? You guys hear about that?
I heard something about a sequel to Top Gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing a sequel to Top Gun.
Like, is Val Kilmer still around, right? He had some kind of cancer or something. Is he okay?
It's like Tom Cruise runs the Academy or whatever, Top Gun Academy, and he's
Did
got some
Val Kilmer
other
actually have a
side
cancer?
thing.
I
don't know if Kilmer actually had cancer or not. They're like back and forth on that. He's had some sort of illness.
He lost
last
the weight
one.
or something, they said.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was a big boy.
He was on the cheeseburgers for a while.
They should do a sequel to Risky Business. That would be a good movie to do.
That'd be something, yeah.
Even to just, if you Google Val Kilmer, the little fucking like page thing that comes up on the one side, all the little pictures of him, there's like so many stages of his face weight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he's not documenting anymore.
He almost looks like John Travolta in one of the pictures. Pretty funny.
Yeah, well, Kilmer's not a young man. He's going to put on some weight, but I mean, yeah, he has been hitting the cheeseburgers.
He likes some biscuits.
Yeah, he does.
goes from Batman to Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, not even
Yeah,
like
but-
Ronald was never a fat guy. He went to Grimace.
Yeah. But, True Romance, directed by Tony Scott, written by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, that was Tarantino written.
The actual the first actual Tarantino movie, wasn't it? I think?
Yeah, that was one of his first scripts that got optioned for a movie. Yeah.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Now you do.
Gary Oldman's a badass in this movie.
Oh yeah. He's
Crazy.
He's like 1/16 Cherokee or something. That's his blackness. He claims.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's got his one black bodyguard with him too. It's like
Yeah.
it's like I just feel like I'm getting shades of like a Steven Seagal, like You Can't Kill Me type movie or something. But
Well, Christian Slater in that is kind of playing like this half nerdy version of Charles Bronson almost. Like he wants to be the tough guy vigilante, and he's crazy as fuck. Like he's a nutcase in that film. Like the heroes in that film are actually like legitimately nutcases. Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the guy that kind of like felt like Christian Slater. You thought there was so much more he was going to do.
Yeah, that was sad. It was like that. Honestly, that's probably one of his last big roles before he just kind of like faded into obscurity for the most part.
Like Emilio Estevez.
But Christian Slater in that is almost like he's almost a stand-in for Quentin Tarantino because he's this movie nerd who likes Sonny Chiba films and shit. And
yeah.
I was surprised to see Christian Slater in was it Mr. Robot? Where the fuck was it? He was recently.
Was he?
Yeah. Like I haven't just hadn't. I almost like I'd forgotten about him, kind of thing. Like it was in nothing for a while. It seemed like.
Is this
so
your
guy does a Queen movie? I do want to see that at some point.
Yeah. Is this your first time watching True Romance, Rob?
No, I've seen it many a time.
Oh,
I just
okay.
forgot some of the parts. Yeah.
I was gonna say if this is the first time watching it, wait till you get fucking Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken.
Oh yeah. So then you forget how many stars are in this movie. You know, it's crazy. Christopher Walken makes everything better.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deny that at all.
And then they have like the sort of Mexican standoff shootout at the end of the film that would become like a trademark for Tarantino later on.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was like Chris Penn when that one.
Yeah.
Eastwood movie.
It's like they have this Mexican standoff, and one of the sleazy producers' bodyguards is like, "I hate fucking cops," and he just starts shooting. Wow.
I just realized that I filmed so many fucking stupid things at Greg's house last night that my SD card is completely full on my phone.
Yeah, Greg was saying something about that last night.
Wait, is this Greg?
Greg.
Yeah, Greg. He was at Greg's.
Wow.
I spent the night.
All right. Shit, I gotta see some of this shit.
There'll be some interesting stuff to upload there, Redbeard.
Well, actually, didn't you put the link to the video in the side chat for the one? It should be there. Yeah, if you look at the side chat, Lee, there should be a link to the video. The video that happened after Greg and I were at the point where we didn't remember anything. We woke up and Agnes, his wife, was like, "You guys remember doing that video?" And we're like, "No." And we watched it. And, yeah. Like, no, zero. Like, actually, once I watched it, I did vaguely remember having the laughing fit where I couldn't stop laughing because Greg was going off about how Joe caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. And,
Okay.
and he's a black, like, drunk enough that he can't remember what's happening. But he is unbelievably fucking coherent. Like, I try to talk during like the end of the video, and I'm like stumbling. I can't even fucking talk.
No, Greg is a scary drunk. He really is a scary drunk.
Yeah, well, we did like the two of us.
Greg's is scary.
We did review, like we did videos of 3 different bottles of Bring Out Your Dead, the cognac, and
it's
then
kind of funny that Greg has a ski mask laying around his house somewhere.
Yeah, he's got lots of masks and hats and wigs and shit. Like, it's a house of horrors, really. If you show up
again, I was very surprised. It's a nice fucking apartment, though. It's really nice.
Yeah, condo. And
I just realized I did. What did you? I think I probably slept in the same bed that you did. Nick, look at that. We slept the same.
Did you sleep actually? Did you make Greg sleep with his wife?
I didn't. Again, I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I'm in a bed. Cool," because I have no memory of going to bed at all. I don't know, but yeah, I'm pretty sure
you were in the bed closest to his door, right?
Yeah. Not her,
you were sleeping in the same bed that I was, and that's kind of creepy. But that's Greg's room. Like, Agnes and Greg have separate bedrooms.
Yeah.
But Greg sleeps in that room, in the room that he's anyway. Yeah. So you slept in Greg's bed, and you made Greg sleep with his wife. So that's on you.
I don't feel bad about that at all. Oh shit!
You know what? Me neither. But he doesn't let me forget it.
That's funny though.
He doesn't let
I just love how Rod started cracking up on that one. That's
to the penalty box with you, sir.
2 minutes for roughing.
That'll be a 5-minute major.
Oh, game misconduct.
Oh shit!
Game misconduct for.
You've been suspended for life.
Oh yeah, and Greg had no memory either of like the random 3 videos he sent into the chat last night. He didn't remember those at all. Like, he woke up and he's like looking at the chat. He's like, "What?" He starts playing them. He's like, "Oh my god, really? There's 3 of them?" Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It was a good time.
Huh. Oh boy,
that's awesome.
Well, I can't wait to see this shit, but I'm gonna kick out here, gentlemen. So you all have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Cheers, seeing you again, Lee.
All right, Lee. You have a good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off to it. Get up and go to brunch tomorrow, I think.
It's only 1:30 in the morning there. No worries.
Yeah.
I know. I'm taking this offline. I was going to take a look at some of the last comments here, but
just to show you,
it's all. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna. That's your Westie.
That's my Westie.
Nice. That's a big dark bottle. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what
it's only a 355.
Oh yeah, it's bigger in the inside.
Oh
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna kick off here.
There.
I'm gonna go to bed too, considering it's like almost 3 in the fucking morning here.
Oh yeah, you're an hour ahead. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I gotta thank you guys for coming on tonight and making this actually interesting.
Hey, thanks for having us.
No problem. I'm just glad you
enjoyed it. Thank you.
Anyway, I'll talk to you folks later, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you Wednesday after Beer Analysis 101 on Sapporo.
What's your beer for Wednesday?
We are going to do Sapporo from Japan.
I can't. No, I'm pretty sure I work.
I actually could get Sapporo. I might be able to. If I get it, I might join you guys.
Yeah, come on, Rod. Do it.
Man, I work at 8:30 p.m. on fucking Wednesday. That's bullshit.
Ah, you suck.
Just tell them I got to take a break here to go on to the video. You're going to have to miss me for 15 minutes.
Rod.
And I'm going to drink while I do it.
Come on, Rod. Get a Sapporo for us.
I'll let you know.
All right, do it. You're more than welcome to come on. Same with you, Dan, although I know that you're like 3 hours ahead of me.
Behind.
Yeah, whatever. If you're behind. I mean, like we're doing like, okay, we're 9 p.m. in my time, so it's like 5 there.
I don't live in Hawaii. Come on.
9, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. How come you're still eating supper?
I'm only 2 hours behind. 7 o'clock. I don't get off work till 5, and I have to pick up my kids. And usually it's 7 o'clock before I eat dinner.
God. Anyway, all right. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.
Peace out.